Big man,
Big man, how are you?
what's going on? I'm doing good. It's hot as hell here in Europe, so 4 degrees the last few weeks, and I'm trying to survive, honestly. That's why I got the fan on, but I'm here. No
Okay,
weekdays,
nice.
no off days.
No off days. Yeah, let's go. We got an off week. We might have no off days, but we have an off week. We are talking about
That's
the
true.
World Cup, the last episode, and both of our teams got
Yeah,
eliminated the next
yeah,
day. So it shows that we are not that
yeah,
expert in soccer. Bro, I have
yeah.
a
That's true.
point,
That's also fucked up.
right?
Yeah,
I
what's
have a
going on?
point right now that might sound like bad, but people with money have no business being out of shape. I I've recently been working with people that with money, and they have all the facilities in the world. They have everything. They have the resources of the world, not facilities. Sorry. And what I'm telling this, I got this thing, the Ninja Creami, this last week. It was in an offer, and man, can you believe this pint is 200 calories, 32 grams of protein? Like this is a candy, This is the texture on this thing. It's like you're eating ice cream.
Yeah.
It's look at this. It's like a fudge. It's
Oh
like
well.
and it tastes great. You know. If you see me eating this in the show, I'm addicted
Yeah.
to it. I have 1 week. I have eaten ice cream daily. But back to the things that I was saying, it's not that you have
Cool.
to have money
Mm.
to be in shape. Even I have been in a better shape when I didn't have that much money. Well, it's not that I have a lot of money right now, but I had less money or resources, and I was in a better shape. But there's a weird thing that people with money stop doing things, and that also brought into my head because you remember the podcast we were talking about, the Modern Wisdom. He invited Caleb Hammer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him. He does financial audits.
Mm.
No, it's a great
Oh
it's a
yeah,
great
yeah,
show. I'm
yeah.
on the half of the episode. I recommend it a lot to you. But I would like to get your point from this because Caleb Hammer had a great quote that said, "It's not a knowledge problem; it's a behavioral problem because they already know what they need to do, but they don't do the thing
Yeah.
they need to do." And I would like to know
Yeah.
what's your point from like a financial status? He says that the people who had the worst situation around money were not the ones with the less amount of money, but the ones with a lot of money, a lot of income, because they spend a lot more because they think they deserve it.
Yep. True. Like I can only say that's true. The most like okay, this depends obviously on a lot of factors, like how old the people are, where the money came from, if it's generational, if it's built up themselves and stuff like that. But I noticed um people who earn a lot on a monthly basis are very wasteful with their money because they throw it out and because their lifestyle adjusts. And for my business, if I know that, for example, there's a loan increase in some sectors, I will target the people that will get this loan increase a month before or something like that, because I know that the extra money will just add up in their expenses because they will not even notice that after like a few weeks, a few months, and it will just get consumed. And that's a big problem with people who have a lot of monthly earnings actually. Like I don't see that with people who have low monthly earnings, but with people who have high monthly earnings because they start to adjust to the lifestyle, and a certain lifestyle, for example, traveling costs a lot of money, and you will, if you go traveling, usually not choose travel destinations who are cheap as fuck, but actually use travel destinations who are worth something for Instagram, for example, and things will add up. So you will like do that more and more and more every day and every week, and think about it and try to adjust. Get an ice cream which costs 10 euros instead of 5 euros because you're worth it, like you said.
Yeah,
It's true.
and I would like to have your answer to this one because Chris Williamson is a professional podcaster. But this question, I
Yeah.
love it because I wanted to have it from you, also a financial guy. What's worse,
Okay.
the lifestyle inflation or the inflation itself?
Oh, lifestyle inflation for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. For sure, man. The inflation itself, like there's so many types of different inflations, by the way. Like there's
Okay.
4 or 5 types of inflation. Usually we talk about the like nominal inflation, which talks about all the things getting more expensive in general, because money gets pumped into the market, and this is like at least in Europe, it's 2 to 3% every year. Like the European Central Bank keeps it at 2% or tries to keep it at 2%, depending what Trump's plans are here. Um, but if we talk about lifestyle inflation, bro, inflation is something totally different. Like because lifestyle inflation is not a silent creeper like normal inflation,
Okay.
but that can happen on a monthly, or like I said, daily or weekly basis. Like if you tasted freedom, or if you tasted luxury, and you enjoyed the attention you got from it on Instagram when you posted that, or stuff like that, you want to get back on that status. You want to get back on that,
Mm.
and you're trying to spend as much as possible and waste your money on a fake lifestyle. Yeah, I say that. What about you? What do you think about that?
Yeah,
Actually,
for sure. Well, I think I'm not that old enough to witness a real inflation. I have witnessed it since I've been paying for my own stuff, and it shows. It
yeah.
shows, but also my income has going up. But
Hmm.
he says that for a personal situation, obviously the lifestyle inflation is the worst, no? But the for the world in the entire thing, because it's a behavioral thing. You can change
Yeah.
lifestyle inflation. You can change inflation. At least that you are
Yeah.
Donald Trump or something like world administrators. But yeah, he talked about it, and his show is great. I love his show because he wasn't a financial guy, but
Hmm.
he learned from his mistakes and learned a lot about finances. And what he does
Yeah.
is that he brings you, like, you, Luis, grab me, get all my bank statements, all my apps and things, and you check all my
Hmm.
how my spending is going, where I'm putting the things. And usually it's people who
Hmm.
are borderline like broke, like not broke, sorry, like close to bankruptcy. Like they are spending a lot. They
Yeah.
have 200k in debt from student loans, credit card, bad debt. And
Yeah.
it's like a fun show because he makes fun of people for spending in stupid things, but at the end of the show
Hmm.
he gives them a budget, he gives them like a meal plan, like, and
Yeah.
it's not incredible, but it's amazing for me. How for me it's very easy doing meal prep because I'm in the gym culture. Like it's for a
Hmm.
goal, but how much you can save from just eating at home. Small
Yeah.
This small pint of ice cream, it cost me, I would say, like at most 10 pesos because the protein I buy is a little bit expensive because of the flavor. But a pint of ice cream, like from this size, I think it will be like $5 here in Mexico or more. And imagine doing that daily. Only for meal prepping and eating. I can do a great meal here in my house for 20 to 50 pesos. They are like $2 to $6. And if I want to go eat, because I eat a lot, I eat enough, it's like 150 to 300 pesos at least. And if I'm
Hmm.
going to a cheap place, but if I'm going to a restaurant, I go to 500 pesos, something like that. And it might not show with one meal, but it adds up when you start doing monthly, weekly, and I'm even eating better in my
Yeah.
house. So that's a thing that a lot of people can do. They eat out a lot, and you know that Uber Eats and those service platforms, they charge a fee for it. So you're paying
Hmm.
for your food and also for the fee, and you can erase the fee and the cost of the delivery of the food,
Hmm.
and I'll actually eat better at home. So that's one of the things that he tells them a lot. He even gives them a meal prep plan so they can get their budget, because they have these stupid things that they are 100k in debt and they can make meals. You have to make an effort to get out of that bad situation. And
Hmm.
I would love you to hear those kind of podcasts. You might like it when you hear the Chris Williamson one. But back to the thing from rich people and the things that it doesn't get me mad, but it makes me think a lot of it, because if you have money, you can pay for a personal trainer, you can pay for a nutritionist, you can pay for good food, you can even pay for someone to cook good food at your house or get it
True.
delivered to you, like healthy food for you. And that's the
Yeah.
point. It's not a knowledge or resource problem, it's a behavioral problem. I love that quote. I don't know if you have something also in that aspect on your side of business, but it's something that I have in my head from the last 2 days.
I know the power of the compound interest, and I know that if you invest your money as long as possible, even if it's only a small bit of money, it will make a total difference in the next 15 years. And what I try to do with my clients is to check all of the finances at first and try to save money. It doesn't matter how much they earn. I have people who earn 10 net, 7 net, like euros, not even dollars, like euros more. Um, but they have a lifestyle inflation problem, as you said, because they earn so much money. But I know that even 20 euros invested over 15 years makes a fucking difference, which can buy you a house later on. And if you get a budget, and if you can save 25 euros of all of the expenses and invest it instead as a monthly reoccurring plan that you can basically forget, you will be shocked at what can happen to you in the next 15 years, because you just saved up the money that you would in any case just overconsume. So if you just invest that money over the next 15 years, you will have a better life for sure. And even options, right? Because you have more money to use, so you can do whatever the fuck you want in the future, just because you made a small little expense change right now. And I can only say that as an actionable step. Like, if somebody listens to that podcast, pause the video, pause the podcast, look at all of your expenses. If you don't know your expenses, please track them first of all, and then check all of the expenses. Check them detailed. Like, how much are you paying for rent? How much are you paying for electricity? How much are you paying for water consumption? How much are you paying for your, I don't know, mobile phone? All of the stuff, and then check if there's cheaper alternatives which you could live with. You don't need to have the Gigamax 100%, 100 gigabytes of data. Take 80, take 50, check how much you use. You will save maybe those 20 euros, and if you just invest that passively, your life will change in that. So that's what I do actually in the practical sense with everybody.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
great.
important.
I don't know how it's over there in Germany. In the US, there's APIs and there's technologies that you can connect your bank accounts to Claude or something like this. The thing that I have done is not like I'm
Uh-huh.
recommending it, but I download all my statements. All my spendings are on credit cards. I don't spend anything on debit cards. I try not to spend cash. I have it all my cash in a
Okay.
high yield saving account. So I do everything with credit and
Yeah.
using the the bank's money. Something that I didn't
Okay.
get your tip from getting credit cards. I still did it, but I put my statements over there. Every single thing that I have bought, there's in my cloud. Obviously, I put it in a private project, just not to leak this data. I have a paid subscription, and I get the configuration for that, so take into consideration that. But if you upload it, there's no way,
Yeah.
and you have to tell Claude that is be direct with me and be honest with me. Define these categories and look what the things are spending that you can remove. I removed like 4 subscriptions that I have over there that I didn't even remind me. I had Audible for 3 months because
Mhm.
I got a free subscription for it, but I didn't cancel it and I didn't use it. So the thing that I did is I
Mm.
canceled that.
Mhm.
I also canceled Amazon Prime because not because the cost of Amazon Prime was expensive, but I was buying a lot of stuff in
Mhm.
Amazon because there are discounts, there are free delivery, next day delivery. Sometimes it's cheaper,
Yeah.
but I can
Yeah.
wait 1 or 2 days more to get the product. I don't need it. If it was an emergency, I will go out and go for it. If it was like a medicine, it was like
Yeah.
something like that, I will go out and buy it. So
Yeah.
I will use it in cloud. Get your budget like that, because if you don't know where your money is, how will you save? And as our I think was episode 5. The name
Exactly.
it was, you are where your money goes. So you have to know where you're
Mhm.
going. And yeah, oh,
Yeah,
and
people.
for
Oh, yeah, you say that's fine.
yeah, I remind because I said Audible. I started hearing the Ray Dalio's principles. It's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I loved it. It's like the best rationalized book for success, I think.
Yeah, and he said that he has two
So what I
books.
was talking about.
Tell me.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was just wanted to talk about. People talk a lot about like being financially free, but I think like being financially free needs to be defined. Like people cannot just not just say I want to have my dream life and don't know what that looks like. So I think first of all, there's the lifestyle that you need to choose. Yeah, like you need to choose how you want to live, and living like this has a number. Meaning, if you want two children, you have to think about how much two children will actually cost you. As an example, in Europe, a child from 0 to 18 will cost roughly 200,000 euros. Bro, 200,000, you need to consider that in your financial planning. How will you get 200k? You will not just get that flying around from grandma or something. Like you need to work for that. So might as well start now because it's easier if you start now with the compound interest of investment and stuff like that. Like you need to consider if you really want to have a life that's fulfilling, you need to start right now. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I did that exercise with my girl. She just started working, and it's hard. It was hard for me when you make that exercise for me because for the things she wants to do in a year, she has to save 60% of what she will be earning. So it was like a big hit for her. But bro,
Mm.
if you do you I remember you told me this. If you do your plan and you follow the plan, there's no way you can fail. Like it's there.
Yep.
It's mathematically is you will get there if you follow the
Yep.
plan. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's it was hard for her, but I told her it worked for me. I didn't follow the plan at the 100%. I even had
Yeah.
better months than the things plan, and then I had worse months. But at the end, I
That's
I
normal.
think I got to my goal like in month 14. So we're not perfect, but we got to the thing. It was my first year. But if you can
Great.
struggle and push through that difficulty, I think at the long run it's easier. For me, it's easier right now than it was at the start, and not only
Mm.
from the thing that you have experienced, but with money, it start compounding. So at the start, it was
Mm-hmm.
like when you have small amounts of money, you only earn like I don't know 5 to 10 pesos a day. Now you can earn from 30 to 50 pesos. It's something you can now get. At least you
Uh-huh.
can get a bill instead of a coin.
Uh-huh.
Instead of having a coin, you have a
Uh-huh.
bill on your hand. So it's now it makes
It's
sense. At the
yeah,
start, it's hard, but
great
then it
feeling.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. That's true. You need to just keep the discipline. This is we're like in training, bro. Like results will not come on the first day. But bro, the more you do it, the better it gets and the easier it gets also. Because if you have 100,000 laying around, 1% of that is way more than when you put $1, €1 in, for sure. It's
Then Alex
great.
Ormosi has a
And
great quote
also,
about it.
you okay? What's that?
He says that it's not that it gets easier, but you get better weapons to attack the monster. Because at the start,
Yeah.
you might be facing a dog with a stick, but at the end you will be facing well at the in. Oh, let me rephrase. It's not that
Yeah.
it's getting easier, but you have better weapons to attack the demon in this case. At the start, you might be
Yeah.
being a guy with a stick hitting a dog, but at the end, you are a guy with an RPG facing a dragon. So it's a better weapon.
Yeah.
It's even a bigger monster, but you are more prepared. You have more tools, and there's more people you can count on. At the start, you don't have a lot of people you can count on.
Yeah, it's true. Great symbolic.
Yeah.
And also makes me proud to hear that you and your girl did that exercise, actually.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It wasn't that
That's
structured
nice.
as yours
Very
because
nice.
I know yours was a lot more structured, but I tried to do my best Lewis impersonation, and it will work. At the
Nice.
end, it's the same concept.
And I'm doing the same with my girlfriend, actually. Trying to get her to do a gym routine.
Nice.
So that's you.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, because she said
Cool.
she wanna build in Europe in 15 years, and we started looking for the
Okay.
cost of a villa in 15 years. So it's not that. It's not. Sounds cool and it's aspiration. I
Ooh.
didn't tell her no, you can do it, but I tell her, oh, this is the cost. And when she saw it, it was like,
Yeah.
okay, I have to work hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's cool.
Make
It's a
like
great
a goal out of
realization.
the dreams.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like to make a goal out of the dreams, not just have a dream and dream about it, not doing anything, but having like after the SMART rule, we talked about that, I think. Having a specific goal which is time based and working step by step to it, then it will be actually happening in the future for sure.
You said it. Living a good life is not a goal. That was another title of our episodes. And you're German guy. You know your things. You know your stuff. So that's a great realization for me. So yeah. And like to end this show, I would like to get not a little bit emotional, but a thing that I got from Ray Dalio's book is about the principles. I haven't defined it yet. I don't know if you have it defined. It will be cool to share it between us to define our principles.
Okay.
But one thing I would say is that it says that people with similar principle get together and get along. And I think that if we write down our principles, yours and mine will be at least similar, or some of them will be the same. So that was a great point when I was hearing it, and because you recommended me that book, it's a great book. I only have been hearing 2 chapters, but I know from the introduction I know where is it going. So thankful for the book and thankful for this friendship.
Man, appreciate that feedback. I love that. That's true. I think it's like I said, I think it's the greatest book for rationalized success there is right now.
Rationalize success. Great quote. Great quote. Love it.
My guy,
Well,
nice to talk
it
to
was
you.
a pleasure, my brother. See you next week.